Yeah.
Camera's working. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the champion, the 5-time champion of cunnilingus, the one and only, Byrd.
What's up? Yeah, goddammit. Yeah, as soon as I drove in town, I just knew I was the only one. The only one. I kept driving south, and I was like, yeah, this is it.
We got biz.
Never met him. Never seen him. I believe what happens is like it's almost like one man enter, one man leave. You know, fucking Thunderdome. You know, so one black guy in, one black guy out. So I've never met this guy. We never bumped into each other. None of that shit. I don't get it. It's like every time I drive here, I go to Fred Meyer's. That is, just to stretch the legs and whatnot. The last time I was here, I went in, and as soon as I walked in the front door, the alarm goes off. I was like, so I was with a friend, her name is Crystal, I was with her, and the alarm goes off, and I just looked at her, and I was like, what the fuck? Am I that good at stealing? And she's like, I don't fucking know. So I started patting my pockets. I was like, what the fuck's going on? And then I looked over and I see like all the employees. They're just like, yeah, you're the only one. And I was like, all right. So I started walking around. I just had to check. I had to make sure I was the only one. I was like, no way. And I just noticed the other thing that I really hate is when people look at me like they've never seen a black person before. It's like they are watching a wild animal walk through this store, you know what I'm saying? It's weird, they're like, oh, there's one. Don't be back there. Don't look at him in the eyes. And it's nerve-wracking, but it's fun for me. It's like, especially when I creep up on somebody, and they're not expecting it. The look on their face is beautiful. I fucking love it, because they're scared, and that scares me, so we're both yelling. It just looks like I'm about to fight, so, whatever. So, who's here on a date, or who's a couple? Anybody, couples, married couples? Round of applause. You guys married back there? All right.
Hopefully soon.
Ooh. Oh shit! Better step that shit up. That sounds like a fucking dare. It's like you got 3 fucking hours, bro. So for you couples, when the pandemic started, who started doing butt stuff? No, not you. Married couples. I don't know.
At the pandemic before.
Me, all that time alone, and I was single, so when the pandemic started, so the best thing I came up with was just putting my leg up when I was masturbating. I call it stone cold jerking. I named it right after the wrestler, Stone Cold Steve Austin. Because when I'm done, I give myself a hell yeah. Thank you. That guy is fucking on one tonight. I love it. Fucking hype man for the bar.
Got your back.
Thank you, man. So I did notice. Are you a vet? Are you a war vet?
Yes, sir.
You better have some good fucking stories, man. How did you, if you don't mind me asking? That's what we call the callback.
It was an orange!
Yeah. It better not be some bullshit ass story, man. So, how did you lose it, if you don't mind?
An orange.
Fucking orange. It better be, did you, like, swimming, fucking shark?
No.
Alright. Guess I'm done with that. Like, no, I'm not gonna push it. God damn it. This is what I wanted to do. I wanted to start a little foundation for vets, that came home from the war, and I wanted to match them up with, pets that have, similar limbs missing.
Pets of vets.
Pets of vets. You guys can laugh. You guys aren't going to hell. I thought of this fucking shit. I'm going straight to hell. So I thought of it. I thought it's a great idea, So, I've got the commercial in hand too. It's fucking, none of that Melissa Etheridge bullshit. None of that shit. Just gonna have a vet in a wheelchair. He's missing limbs, like a leg or something. And his sign says, anything helps. And then camera pans down and you see his dog. It's a pug. It's also in a wheelchair because he's missing his hind legs. And he too has a sign. And his sign says, it's leg day tomorrow. Now, wouldn't you just give money after seeing that? You'd probably give him your whole fucking wallet. I know I would. If you threw some, I don't know. I'm weird. Yeah, I'll see you guys on the bus later. Fucking hell, it's gonna be crowded. So, I'm so sorry. So, I'm an athlete in training, and I don't do segues, fuck that. So, like I've said, I'm an athlete in training, and I was trained for cockfighting. And then someone tells me it's for roosters. I was like, all that fucking training. Fucking time to waste. Like, that's for roosters. That's so what do I gotta do? I gotta fuck a rooster? So, like I said, fuck segues. Whose idea was it to combine two goofy ass sports to make it one decent sport? You guys know what I'm talking about? Like froth. I can tell you right now, no black person created that shit. Frisbee golf. What the fuck? My friends were trying. I've got a shit ton of friends, and they're like, dude, you gotta try this shit. I'm like, what is it, dude? Froth. I was like, what? I'm like, yeah, man, you take a Frisbee and you throw it, and it lands in this chain bucket, and then you just go hole to hole. I was like, that's the most boring shit I've ever heard, because you're really combining two stupid sports. Unless you guys play golf. You guys play golf? See? Look at that. Fucking dead silent. You see how boring that shit is? Now add throwing a Frisbee. Fuck. What other stupid shit has... Oh my god, let's see. What's it called? Kiteboarding? Another sport a black person would never come up with. One, because it's involved extreme heights. Two, surfing. What the fuck? You're on a surfboard out in the middle of the ocean holding on to a goddamn kite. I don't know if you guys know this, but not a lot of black people can swim. I can, but it took a long time. I drowned twice. I shit you not. You guys, if you've been to Anchorage, you know where Cheney Lake is. I drowned in Cheney Lake as a kid. My brother pulls me out, but he was reluctant to do so because he didn't want to get wet. This fucking asshole. But he saved my life. I owe him one. You know, probably teach him froth or some shit. Who fucking knows? I know there's a third one. Something real weird that you guys created. I can't fucking remember it. So we'll skip it. But how do you improve a fucking curling? Jesus Christ. Yeah, let's combine a big ass rock and a household chore. Okay. Fuck, it looked kind of cool, but until I see these motherfuckers and they lay out, just let it go. It's like this motherfucker's got concentration. And they slide with it, and you're like, what the fuck? This is some retarded. And then right before anything happens, two people come out of nowhere with brooms. And then crack, and I was like, so how do you score that? You know, I'm like, yeah. 1 in, 1 out, 2 points. The fuck? I get fucking curling, man. Another sport. God, it's an Olympic sport too. That's the bullshit. That's like, yeah, fucking sweep a floor and push a rock. The gymnastic skills on that alone, man. Fuck, I just got done, did that twice. I'm in pants. That shit hurts. I'm 49 years old. I shouldn't be trying to do that shit. Who here has to stretch out before sex? Me, this guy. I have to. Ever do that shit? I'm like, yeah, you're gonna get it tonight. Well, what are you doing? Why are you putting your clothes back on? Wait. Man, I had this one girlfriend one time. She almost broke my dick. She was.
You cockfighting?
Almost.
Nice.
Almost. That's what I was trying to do. No, but she was a cheerleader from Chugiak. Yeah. I thought dating a cheerleader was gonna be awesome. At this point, I mean, I was in a ranch house. My bedroom's at the end of the hallway. Bathroom's at the other end. And I hear, baby, you ready? I'm like, ready for what? She's like, ready. Okay. You hear her hands clap and then this thunderous roar coming down the hallway. Now you can hear it. She breaches the doorway, jumps up, titties flapped everywhere. And I was like, oh, she is not going to make it. She does a flip, she lands 2 feet away from me, bounces off the mattress, knocks herself out. I love this joke because I named it. This is the first time that we've had anal sex. So, yeah, I'll let you guys catch up. She was knocked out. She didn't feel a fucking thing. Imagine that fucking story in the morning. Why does my ass hurt? Did you see what you did right before? Fucking flip. Fuck that. I didn't rape her. Jesus Christ. I can hear the groans in the background. This motherfucker raped her. She's my girlfriend. She always wanted to try new stuff. I thought she was in the BDSM. She pulled this shit out on me. It's like, I was like, BDSM. She's like, what is that? What is that? It's like this bondage shit. You like beating people while you're, right before you fuck them? She's like, nah, not really. You'll see. I was like, are you sure? She's like, yeah. So I get home one day, and I just had the worst day at work. I get home, walk in the living room, and then she pops out. She's wearing a Pikachu outfit, holding a taser. I'm like, what the fuck is this? She's all, yeah, it's that BDSM stuff I was talking about. And I was like, all right, fuck it. Pikachu, I choose you, right? It's payback for the anal sex. That's what it was. I too woke up with my ass burning. I gotta tell you this story. This is probably the last thing I'll probably go off on. So a couple months ago, one of my best friends was diagnosed with cancer, and he tells everybody, his family, his friends, our group of friends, but I was the last one to be told. And he finally told me, he was like, dude, I've got cancer, everybody else knows. I've done half this bucket list with the other friends, and he comes to me, he goes, the reason why I'm telling you last is because I want to do all the greater shit with you, because you're like the best friend that anyone could ever have. And I was like, oh, dude, that's great. And he goes, what's on your bucket list? And I said, oh, it's just regular shit, threesome, the natural good shit that you want to do, And he's like, I'm gonna do all the death-defying shit with you. And I was like, fuck. I couldn't say no. I didn't know how much time he had fucking left. So his first thing on his list, he goes, hey dude, I wanna run with the bulls in Spain. And I was like, well, that's not gonna happen because I don't have a passport and you probably need all the money you got, just for your Byrd services. And he was like, so what are we gonna do? I said, I'll take care of it because you came to me, you told me I'm your best friend. So what I did, I went to the pound and got all these rescue dogs. And I found little bullhorns and I started putting bullhorns on these dogs. We went to the park strip out in Anchorage and we tied ropes around our waist, and on those ropes they had a bunch of sausages and hot dogs. One of my other friends, they're like, hey, we're all here, it's about 15 dogs. And another dog that popped up, this pit bull. I didn't bring it. It's a stray dog. So what ends up happening is my other friend was like, all right, here we go, running with the rescues. Boom. He lets the dogs go, and we take off running. And now my friend Rick, he's 5'5", 280. So he's a fat fucker. This is the fastest I've ever seen this man run, and he beat me. And it was just park strip, good couple miles and whatnot, and it was beautiful. It would have been even better, but I cramped up, and I got bit by the fucking pit bull. So I was like, not me, the fucking hot dogs and sausages. He was going for the hot dog and sausages. So afterwards, we're laying on the ground, we're laughing hysterically, and we're looking up at the sky because he's fucking winded. And he looks up at the sky and he goes, you know what? I think my next thing I want to do is I want to go bungee jumping. I was like, you fat motherfucker, are you serious? He's like, yeah. And I was like, nah, it's not gonna happen. I'm not gonna do anything like that. He's like, dude, you're gonna say no? I was like, fuck yeah, I'm gonna say no. So I did something better. We went white water rafting, which is, 3 of the things that I fear the most. It's weird because it's being in a secluded area surrounded by whites. I'm in uncontrollable natured environment and being in a secluded area with whites. That's pretty much it. It's almost like this, but with water.
There's just no banjo.
Yeah, exactly. There's nobody yelling, boy, you look good. Squeal like a pig. Yeah. Deliverance. But so we go whitewater rafting, and it was fun until the instructor like fell out of the fucking raft. So yeah, so at the end of the ride, I mean, we survived, but you know, I smelled like piss. I don't know about anybody else. I think I pissed myself. I don't know. Everybody was complaining about it. It smells like asparagus. Fucking eat healthy is what I'm saying. So after that, I was like, you know what? I survived. You survived. Fuck it. Let's go bungee jumping. And so we go bungee jumping, but it's not like regular bungee jumping, like you do it off a cliff or a bridge or something like that. You wanted to do it in a fucking hot air balloon. Yeah. Stupid, right? Exactly what I thought. I said, we're not going to do any of that shit. If you're almost going to die, let's do this. So we rented a helicopter and we went bungee jumping off the helicopter. Now, for me, water is an issue, but the biggest thing is, I don't know if we got sharks up here. But I've seen Sharknado, I've seen Jaws, I know sharks fly, Shark Week is fucking amazing, so that's what I'm thinking, you know. We're gonna do this, and one of us is gonna come back up with no head. So we do it, we survive that, and I'm like, okay, now, what is next on your list? The biggest thing that he could ever think of is like, fuck, we were just in a helicopter. Why not go skydiving? Not a bad idea, but if you've never been skydiving before, skydiving happens one of two ways. If you've never been, you go tandem. That means there's an experienced person on your back where the fucking parachute goes. You know that? And they never fix you up with people who are your same size. Do you know that, right? It's like if you're 6'5", the next guy that's, you know, on your back has to be like 6'9", some shit like that. You know, you can't be like 5'2" and have somebody that's 5'2" on your back, because that's fucking weird. You know, that's the last thing you want to know. Is this bitch passing out? Who knows? So we get up there. Oh, this is the part where I should tell you, like, once you've gone tandem, you do it like 2 or 3 times, and then they say, okay, you've gone enough so you can go by yourself. So we did that. So now it's just us in the plane. And in this situation, you're supposed to count to 10, pull the cord, parachute pops out, and you enjoy the view, you know, on your way down. I should tell you, Rick stutters. So I jump out first. I count to 10, I pull the string, parachute pops out, I'm enjoying the view. Rick comes out, he jumps, he shoots right past me, and all I can hear is two. I haven't seen Rick since. The cancer didn't get him, that's all. Is that enough time, you guys? Alright guys, thank you. Thank Bill, thank all the other comedians that came out before me. I hope you're having a good time. We've got one more person left. Bill, come on up here. Thank you guys.
Thank you.
Put your hands together one more time.